মনে হয় পচে গেছে।
পাকে গেছে তো। কাঁচাগুলো খাইতে মজা লাগে।
এলে মিষ্টি বেশি।
হয়
একটা ভিডিও বানালি
তাহলে হবে তোমার কাছে কাজ হয়ে গেলাম চারিদিকে গুঞ্জে দিব।
কালকে তুমি সত্যি সত্যি গুঞ্জনি
এবার কত
গুঞ্জি বাবা
মিথ্যে
কইও
কথা হইতে ভাই।
ওদিকটা গুঞ্জিছিল
ওদিকটা তোমার ভাগে তুললাম না
দৌড়ে দেখো ওই
তাহলে
সত্যি সত্যি ওদিকটা আমার বাড়িতে দেখো বাবা কইও মনে হয়
জায়গাগুলো শর্ট ছাড়েনি। ভরে দিছে একবার। এখন গুণ নিচে সরাও তো থাম। এবার আরো ছাড়লো এক
দিয়ে পর্যন্ত ছিল
থামো নিচে সরাও 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 আচ্ছা গিরে আমি সন্ধ্যার সময় তুমি বাইরে গেলে না ওখানে ওখানে যে আমি হলো 10টা দেখলাম এরপর আরো 3টা বেশি দেখছি।
এটা দেখতে হবে 250টা যত বাড়বে তত মনে করে ছাড়বে
কত হয়েছে
10,000 রেখেছে
তাহলে ওর চ্যানেল কত টাকা হতে পারে এখন 10,000 হয়ে যদি
30,000
30।
Okay, so hello guys, this is day 22 of my 30 days video challenge in English. So I am going to actually today I will learn a lesson. Actually I will practice a lesson to speak fluent, not fluent but clear. So this is a skill of big person, that big person to be uh, clearance at speaking. So I am going to try now. So for this I have to uh, now I have to talk fluently. uh, this is very tite कॉलम ना है कि बुध दले मौसा 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 डी mana mana I am going to practice this. I have to catch a pen with my teeth, and now I have to uh, talk very fluent. Okay, now I will Work. Ugh. ওকে, আমি আগে একটি বিখ্যাত বই দ্য টোটাল মানি মেকওভার এর রিভিউ করতে চলেছি। সো আজকে আমি বইটি ইংরেজিতে পড়ব। সো চলো শুরু করা যাক। Read the story of the life changed by this book. As a matter of fact, I recommend you skip through the book, reading all the story first. They will inspire you to read all the way through and actually do the proven plan to financial fitness. Many years ago, I was given a calling to show people truth, the truth about debt and money, and to give them the hope and tools necessary to set themselves free financially. First, I did that with a few speaking engagements and a small self-published book titled Financial Peace. Later, Financial Peace was published by a New York publisher and became our first new York Times bestseller. I began doing a small local radio show that has now grown to more than 450 stations and millions of listeners that tune in weekly. We started teaching a 13-week class called Financial Peace University, which has had over 1 million families attend. Then came the total money makeover. I am positive that personal finance is 80% behavior and only 20% head knowledge. Our concentration on behavior, realizing that most folks have a good idea of what to do with money but not how to do it. Read the stories of the lives changed by this book. As a matter of fact, I recommended you skip through the book reading all the stories first. They will inspire you to read all the way through and actually do the proven plan to financial fitness. Many years ago, I was given a calling to show people the truth about debt and money and to give them the hope and tools necessary to set themselves free financially. First, I did that with a few speaking engagements and a small self published book titled Financial Peace. Later, Financial Peace was published by a New York publisher and became our first New York Times bestseller. I began doing a small local radio show that has now grown to more than 450 stations and millions of listeners that tune in weekly. We started teaching a 13-week class called Financial Peace University, which has had over 1 million families attend. Then came the total money makeover. I am positive that personal finance is 80% behavior and only 20% head knowledge. Our concentration on behavior, realizing that most folks have a good idea of what to do with money but not how to do it, has led us to a different view of personal finance. Most financial people make the mistake of trying to show you the numbers thinking that you just don't get the truth, get the math. I am sure that the problem with my money is the guy in my mirror. If he will behave, he can make the money thing work. The math of wealth building is not rocket science. It is simple, but you have to do it. So the proven total money makeover plan I teach has some become very successful not because I have found the secrets of the rich, not because I had some revelation that no one else has ever had about credit cards, not because I so when my guide, the president and CEO of Thomas Nelson Publishers, brought me brought me the concept for a total money makeover book, I became very excited. I became excited because I knew this book world would inspire readers to take immediate action through a simple step-by-step process that could only lead to life-changing results. Hope, the light at the end of the tunnel that is not an ongoing chain is a very powerful force. The total money makeover has given hope to hundreds of thousands of families. This book has given them hope to win, and that hope has caused them to take action and claim ultimate victory over their financial struggles and worries. And to actually win. The number of people that I met across this nation who tell me this is the best book of any kind they have read in 10 years is staggering. The total money makeover is a book for everyone. It is for high income earners as I am. And it is for someone beginning at the bottom, which is where I once was. You are about to read about a process, a proven plan to win. You will find the plan to be very simple yet very inspiring. The principles are not mine. I stole them all from God and your grandmother. The principles are common sense, which isn't so common anymore. The plan is mine, and I'm no I'm no genius created by simply observing literally millions of lives with whom I have interacted through radio, TV, books, classes, the internet, email, podcast, and our live events. I have successfully bottled common sense about money into a plan that anyone can do and millions are. A couple of decades ago, when I first started talking about these principles, I knew they had helped my wife Sharon and me survive going broke and begin to prosper. A couple, a couple of decades ago, when I first started talking about these principles, I knew they had helped my wife Sharon and me survive going broke and begin of prosper. The first 100 times I spoke on money, I wasn't as confident of those principles as I am now. Nowadays, I look into the eyes of a gazillion people who have followed this plan and experienced annual did excitement, hope, and gratitude. I am so thankful that I have not only given them a proven plan but also inspired them to change their family tree. I am so confident in the total money makeover principles and process that I cannot stand it when someone doesn't get it because I am so convinced my plan will work for everyone. My answer to the same question will never change by recognizing and identifying some basic truths. and everyday common sense. I have convinced millions of people to change their lives to have a total money makeover. Are you next? Yes, I'm next. So here, so here, the writer is saying that he is already changed millions of people's lives by his books, and if I am next or not, he asks here. So let's see what happened in his book.
আর বেসিক্যালি আমি যেটা করতেছি সেটা হচ্ছে একটা প্রসেস বা একটা স্কিল বলতে পারেন, যেটা আসলে মুখের জড়তা দূর করার জন্য। এবং এর জন্য যেটা করতে হয় সেটা হচ্ছে যে একটি কলম বা চকোলেট জাতীয় কিছু একটা জিহ্বার নিচে নিয়ে ফ্লুয়েন্টলি কথা বলার চেষ্টা করতে হয়। আর এতে কী হয়, এতে মুখের জড়তা দূর হয়। সো আমি এটাই চেষ্টা করতেছি। লেটস সি হোয়াট হ্যাপেন্ড।
What the book is not. I know it may be hard for you to believe, but I get a lot of hate mail and criticism. This book and what I have or what have not said in it has generated a lot of negativity and name calling. That is fun. Not fun because I set out to offend or because I love reading the nasty things people often say. It is fun because the negativity means two things. One, for someone people are touching a nerve that needs to be touched in order for them to change their lives. And two, I am actively and passionately pursuing the truth. Aristotle once said, to avoid criticism, say nothing, do nothing, and be nothing. Okay, I can't help millions of people change their lives by saying nothing, doing nothing, and being nothing. So I take the anger, the criticism, and even the hate mail as encouragement. My publisher suggested I answer my critics. I will pass. My grandmother used to say, those convinced against their will are of the same opinion still. However, I do not want you, dear reader, to be misled. So it is appropriate that I tell you what this book is not. That way you can decide whether or not to spend your hard-earned money on it. This book is not sophisticated or complicated. If you are looking for a detailed in-depth guide or investing, you have not found it. If you are looking for boring academic chirping that will put you to sleep using words only to support the workout ego, you have not found it. What I have discovered is that some of the most profound and life-changing truths you will ever discover are very simple. In our culture, we worship the complicated and the sophisticated is sophisticated. If you know how to work your DVD player, you may not have a good one. In the financial world, we have been taught to be arrogant snobs. Some believe that simple ideas are not profound, that instead simple ideas are for the little people. That is a false and arrogant nation. I have met with thousands of millionaires, and in almost every case, they keep their investing and money philosophy very uncomplicated. Just this week, I was discussing investing and business structure with a friend of mine whose net worth is over $20 million, and his words to me were, I always keep it simple and clean. Only the financial goobers like to complicate things for the sake of justifying their existence or justifying how much they paid for their education. Please do not look here for a detailed guide to set up an estate plan of or a deep theory on investing. That is not what I do. I what I do is help people understand and act on time honored truth about money that will truly change your whole life.